Hello, my name's Anastasia and welcome to Background Noise. Now, as you saw by the title of the video, today we are going to be talking about the infamous SkinnyLicious menu at the Cheesecake Factory. Now, obviously, one of the biggest people reporting on this topic is going to be, as always, Samira, because it is inherently fatphobic. So, let's get into the first of two videos that she's made on this topic right here.
And while we're chatting, Cheesecake Factory's SkinnyLicious menu is fatphobic. The fact that it is named SkinnyLicious because it has fewer calories and quote unquote healthier options, it is fatphobic. That is not that is not an opinion, that is a fact. And I would say argue with your mama, but she's probably fatphobic too.
Now let's just get into this. First of all, the fact that at the end of the video you said, I would say argue with your mama, but she's probably fatphobic too. Well, by the way you describe everything being fatphobic, I'm pretty sure everyone in the world is fatphobic, and even you. As much as you like to pretend you're not, because this has to be rage bait. Every video that you post has to be rage bait, because I don't know how you actually believe the things that you're saying. It's quite insane. Quite insane. So first of all, just that insult right out the gate on this video is crazy. But I just want to ask a couple questions, and the people in the comments are agreeing with me because I'm seeing some of the comments here. So first of all, I just want to say maybe you're skinny phobic since you think everything is fat phobic. You want everything to be fat inclusive and have things for fat people. Why can't skinny people have things? Why can't skinny people have things? Is it illegal for skinny people to have things? Like what? Also, if you're saying that just naming something SkinnyLicious is fatphobic, is skinny dipping fatphobic? Is skinny jeans fatphobic? Like, just naming something that is a problem? I don't see the issue there. But let's just get into the next video because there is another one. There's another one.
In order to understand why Cheesecake Factory's having a menu with lower calorie options named SkinnyLicious is incredibly harmful, you first have to understand and acknowledge that thinness does not equate health. Thinness does not equate health. That is a lie taught to you by diet culture. Another thing you have to understand is that weight stigma is one of the biggest health risks in our society. Weight stigma. And you would know that if you care to read or listen to any of the books that I have recommended.
So I just paused the video here because I want to say something. So SkinnyLicious, and she's saying that thinness does not mean you're healthy. It's called SkinnyLicious because there are fewer calories. If you eat fewer calories and you eat better, that is better for your health. So them calling it SkinnyLicious because it's healthier, that doesn't mean being thin. That means being healthier, getting to that healthier place. And if you eat healthy, you lose weight. That's kind of how it works. If you eat healthier, you lose weight. Trust me, I would know. I used to be big. Like, I was obese. Like by health standards, I was obese. That's just how it is. And unfortunately, weight does have something to do with your health. It really does. Well, I won't say weight. BMI has something to do with your health. Because I will say, you can be bigger. Like, you can have bigger thighs. You can have da-da-da-da. Like, you can be bigger. You can be born bigger. Okay? I understand that. That's a thing. I know that's a thing. But when you eat healthier and you start working out, you lose weight. You lose weight. That's how it works. Especially if you have not been eating healthy, which to get to the place that she's at, especially, you have to not be eating healthy. You have to not be taking care of your body to get to the place she's at, especially. All I'm saying is the SkinnyLicious thing is literally just a play on words. Delicious, SkinnyLicious. Trying to give the menu a good title. Like, oh, we're doing healthier options. You're not just going to call it healthier options. You want to call it something that's marketable. SkinnyLicious, that's cute. Like, it's cute. Delicious, SkinnyLicious. That's a cute little joke. And you're like, oh my god, it's fatphobic. No, they're ruining society with fat phobia. The other 30 pages of the menu is for you. Since you don't want the healthier options, cool. Other 30 pages of the menu, go grab something off that. And if you want to be skinny, grab your little something off the SkinnyLicious menu. Like, why does that matter? Anyways.
Over the many times that I have told y'all, given y'all definitions of things. But you don't care about people's health. You don't care about health. It's never about health. It's just about not being fat. Because of how you all have moralized people's bodies. Hello, light bulb, turn it on. Put your thinking caps on. Critical thinking skills.
So, I just want to say, first of all, who's to say your definitions are right? First of all, don't say you've been sitting up here telling everybody the definitions of things. Who's to say your definitions are right? Who's to say anyone has to listen to you? Because who are you? Who are you to be telling people how they should feel, how they should think, and how they should act? You're not that girl. You're not that person. You're not none of that. Just because you have an opinion does not mean that everybody else needs to have the same opinion as you. If I have a different opinion than you and I think my opinion is right, but you think your opinion is right, that doesn't mean that you have to listen to me or I have to listen to you. We both have different opinions and we both think they're right. We both have our reasonings for thinking they're right. So not everyone has to agree with you, first of all. So let's get that little self-righteous act you have going on and put it down. Turn it down a notch. Thank you. Okay, second of all, you saying you've been on the internet for so long telling everybody how it is and like, oh my gosh, I was right before everybody else and I've been telling y'all how it is. Who is to say that you are correct? Most of your thinking and all your ideas on here and how you explain stuff is based off of your feelings and not based off of facts. It's not. By the doctors, you are obese. That is a fact. Nothing can take that away unless you lose weight or you start eating healthy. And when you say it's not based on your weight, if you are obese and you start eating healthy, you will lose weight. You will. That's kind of how it works. That is kind of how it works. Also, I just want to say about the Cheesecake Factory thing, it is known to everyone who knows Cheesecake Factory or who has been to Cheesecake Factory that their dishes are high in calories. Everyone knows that who knows Cheesecake Factory. That's kind of what they're known for. They have very high calorie dishes and a huge ass menu. Okay? So them having a SkinnyLicious thing and putting some lower calorie items on the menu is not wrong of them to do. And honestly, I don't even know why you're speaking about it. I also saw another video. I'm not going to put it on here because I bet I can't find it again because it was like way down in the search. But this guy was like, can I have some fat people menu items? The other 30 pages of the menu, babe. The other 30 pages of the menu. That is your section. If you want that. That is your section. It is. We're going to look at some of the reaction videos.
I'm not even saying I'm agreeing with the point that she made, but a lot of y'all are being so purposefully dense when y'all are talking about the whole Samira Cheesecake Factory menu thing, because y'all know dang well she's not saying that the problem is that the menu exists or that, you know, oh, we can never have anything. Like, it is a 40-page menu, but she's not talking about that. She's talking about specifically the menu being called a SkinnyLicious menu. Like, it's not about the fact that it exists. It's not about the fact that it's fewer calories. Obviously, people can eat less calories if they want to. Eating less calories doesn't make you fat phobic. It's the word SkinnyLicious. Even if I don't personally agree with that statement, y'all cannot act so dense to act like you didn't at least partially understand the point. And then trying to say, well, y'all got 40 other pages of the menu, not everything is about you. That wasn't the point she was trying to make, and you know it. And you know it. Y'all aren't dumb. Maybe y'all are. Actually, I can't even give y'all that much credit.
So I understand what she's trying to say, but she's not right. I just want to say that. I understand the point that she's trying to convey, but I'll give you another point that lets you know why people are so up in arms about this. It's because every word that we speak nowadays has to be some kind of phobic, has to be a slur, has to be something bad. They were literally just trying to make a term that was marketable. So many people say skinny. So many people say fat. Those are not bad words. Skinny, fat. Those are literally just terms to use for people. Just like any other term that you can use, okay? Sometimes they can be used in a negative effect. Any word can be used in a negative effect if you're referring to somebody else. You can make anything negative or positive, okay? But what I want to say is, no matter what you do, here's the problem is with Samira in specific. No matter what anybody does referring to fat or skinny or anything in between, she has to make it fat phobic. Like, it's to the point where her points just don't matter anymore because every point she brings up is somehow fat phobic. Anything anybody does, she can make it fat phobic. Doesn't matter what it is. It can literally be anything on the entire earth, and she will find a way in her mind to twist it around and reach the furthest possible to make it fat phobic. That's what she does. That's how she makes money. That's how she makes her living, okay? And we're giving it to her. We're giving it to her. I'm low-key giving it to her. It's just so crazy to me how she can turn everything into being fat phobic. That is why people are talking about it. And I really don't get the point. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't get the point. Even whenever I was bigger, if somebody said something was skinny, I would not care because it has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me personally. Something has fewer calories. Ooh, SkinnyLicious. That's cute. That's cute. That's a cute name. If you feel so bad about yourself, if you feel so insecure that somebody saying SkinnyLicious makes you so upset, which is Samira, she's insecure. That's what it is. If you being so insecure that somebody saying SkinnyLicious makes you upset, you have to work on yourself further because it has nothing to do with you, what they're saying. And you just fully make it about yourself and be like, oh my gosh, I'm being attacked. Oh my gosh, like this is terrible for my community. Nobody gives that much of a crap about what you have to say. Nobody made that about you. When they said SkinnyLicious, they weren't thinking, oh, we gotta piss Samira off. No, it wasn't about you. It wasn't about fat people either. It was just a play on words. Come on. So it's just like, I understand where she was coming from and what she's thinking, but also you have to bring up the point of others. It's like, that wasn't made to be mean to fat people. Because it was never about that. And if you're insecure enough to take offense to that, you have personal work you need to be doing because it had nothing to do with you in the first place. Like, it had nothing to do with you. It wasn't for you. Unless, if you want to eat off the SkinnyLicious menu, eat off the SkinnyLicious menu. There's not a little sentence under the title saying fat people can't eat it. So there's nothing fat phobic about it. You can still eat it, you can still go there, you can still eat off of the whole entire menu and the SkinnyLicious one if you want to. There's nothing fat phobic about it. They're not saying fat people can't eat it.
I'm gonna say this. Usually I agree with the young lady on the first part of the video. I normally agree with her. I normally ride with her heavy, right? Because majority of the time she's right. This is the one part I think. This is when you become woke so much that you woke yourself off the porch and you did not even know that you're gonna land right on your face. Because if you've ever been to Cheesecake Factory, Cheesecake Factory got everything on the menu. Like, they have literally everything. So for them to say, okay, cool, hey, we have a particular subgroup of people who want to eat where we eat at, but they don't want to be all in the calories. They want to keep their back from being big. I don't see what the issue is. To me, I don't see it as a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can understand if it was, they took the whole entire menu and they say SkinnyLicious, right? And they got rid of a lot of the stuff that you loved and they made everything low calorie, super healthy, tofu replacements, plant-based substitutions and stuff like that. Okay, cool. You would have a leg to stand on. You would have something to really be able to complain about. But this, baby girl, take a nap. Take a nap. I think you're tired. I think you need to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, disconnect from the TV, turn off your phone, put on the charger, go outside, walk your dog, touch the grass, breathe some air, go to the beach, fly a kite, find a new hobby, buy a pair of flowers, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Call your friends and see how they're doing. Check up on them. I think that's what you should do in this moment because right now you're, unless, which this is just a troll in me, all of you guys are just trying to bank in as much money as y'all can before the end of the month. Like, the end of the month is next week. You only got a couple more days left. Your RPMs are down to shits, and y'all need to make money. And you guys are saying whatever inflammatory subject you can say possible to generate viral videos and to garner support and for the stupidest things ever. Because this right here is stupid. I'm sorry. There's no way to defend it. There's no way to support it. And if you do, I think you critically think it's because they're not there.
I just want to say I agree with everything he said, especially the part where he was telling her to go outside, touch some grass, fly a kite. That got me. That was a good one. But I just want to say everything he said in that video was correct. Like, they're not taking anything off of the menu. They're not taking away some of the stuff that you like. Even if they did, it's their business. If they're taking away food, they can take away food. But if they were taking it away and saying they are making a fully skinny menu now, yes, that would be an issue. Yes, you could have something to talk about, something to argue about in that point. But they're literally just adding on food. They're putting more food on the menu that's lower calories. They aren't taking anything away from you. I want to show y'all what the menu actually looks like, so let's get into that as well. Here is the SkinnyLicious menu. It's low calorie and high protein. Lemon garlic shrimp, which is 550 calories, 32 grams of protein, and grilled steak medallions, which is 440 calories and 45 grams of protein. Then we have the SkinnyLicious hamburger, which is 570 calories and 35 grams of protein. SkinnyLicious chicken soft tacos, 520 calories and 32 grams of protein. SkinnyLicious chicken pasta, 590 calories, 46 grams of protein, and Asian chicken salad, 570 calories and 37 grams of protein. Turkey and avocado sandwich, 550 calories and 38 grams of protein, and Bronzino, I hope I'm saying that right, 530 calories and 36 grams of protein. Let me let you in on a little secret. This is not even really SkinnyLicious because it's 570 calories and 35 grams of protein. That's not even skinny for real. It's not, guys. She's overreacting way too much. I'm telling you right now. This is not even really skinny. This is not. I gotta let y'all in on that little secret. It's not. Usually the rule of thumb is the grams of protein have to be at least the first 2 digits of the calories, or it's not even worth it. And what I'm seeing here is most of them are about 500 calories with 30 grams of protein. That's what I'm saying. Oh, there's 45. Okay, so the grilled steak medallions, that would be worth it. Grilled steak medallions, that'd be worth it. About everything else I'm seeing, it's not really even skinny for real. They tried. I know they tried hard, but it just didn't work. I'm gonna give you my final thoughts. All I want to say is that I'm really just annoyed about hearing about Samira anymore. She went dark for a while. I mean, she was still posting, but nobody really cared about her. It went dark for a while. I was feeling good, didn't think about her, forgot about her, genuinely. And then she popped back out of nowhere with the SkinnyLicious menu. Like that man said, I think your bills are due, and you needed a little something. I think that's really what happened, because that was just a load of you know what? That was just a load of crap. I'm gonna keep myself composed. I'm, it was a load of crap. Anyway, comment down below your opinions. If you agree with me, if you disagree with me, I'll still give you the time of day. I'll let you speak your mind, and I'll even talk back with some of you guys. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, morning, and I love you so much. Thank you for coming to my first video. I really appreciate it.